hopefully the audio works on this. I'm trying out the camera. May have to retake this. If you're seeing all this, obviously it worked. So the day is rounding up. I mean, you got 3 days and it's the first. As you see behind me, there's a different rig. Still got the truck. I don't think I could ever sell that thing, let's be honest with that. But we are trying out the rooftop tent on the top of this thing. This is actually a Yukon XL, same thing as a Suburban. But yeah, a few channel updates. Kind of been inactive for a while, kind of focusing on everything. But I'm hoping to get some more vlogs started, as well as videos. So sort of want to combine the two into the channel. I'm thinking release a vlog once a week, maybe a video every 2 weeks, something like that, you know, every second, kind of alternate the weeks. We'll see exactly what happens. Wintertime is going to really slow some stuff down. However, at the end of October, well, last week of October, on my next days off, I am planning, or at least hoping to, get up to the Yukon. Kind of visit the Whitehorse area and stuff like that. Kind of scout next summer's trip, per se. Like, I'm going all the way up to Tuck next summer. I didn't get to do that this summer with everything going on, unfortunately. But I don't care. Next summer, it's happening. You know, I gotta book time off or sell some junk I don't need. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But it's happening. I'm gonna do a whole video series on that one. I thought about doing an entire one-length video, but that's gonna be like an hour long, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch an hour-long video. But yeah, so this is gonna be our daily. Truck's gonna be kept for more trails, off-road, more remote stuff, because I'm not doing much to this. This rig's gonna get a 3.5 inch lift, 33s, some nice bumpers, tire carrier and stuff like that, like, you know, the basics. Winch, just in case, probably won't ever use it, but you never know. But outside that, I've been bombing around in this thing, and it's been fantastic so far. Barely put any money into it, just kind of bought it and started driving it, really. What did I put on it? I've done rear brake pads. That's it. That's all I've done so far. It does need some things. Sway bars need new end links. They're kind of worn out. Now that I got all this weight on it, you definitely can feel it because it's full coil suspension on it. Rides like a cloud though. Need to get a passenger seat in it. I'm not entirely sure why it doesn't have one. I didn't really care. Probably pick one up at a junkyard for $200, whatever. No, I still need to get the slide out kitchen. I already have one picked out. I'm not going to bother building one. I'm just going to buy one for this thing. Other than that, there's a new windshield. It might need front brakes. The guy I got it off said they were recently changed. I don't know what recently is to him. It stops fine. There's no issues. There's no squealing. There's no brake noise. It's not down to the squeal tabs or anything. Rotors actually look okay. I have been under it. Needs an exhaust. It's a little loud. Not that I mind, but I think for longer camping trips and in the cities and stuff like that, I think it's going to be a little annoying. Because that's more of what this is going to be. The daily, the rec sites and forestry road and the traveler. I mean, it gets 900 kilometers to a tank of fuel. To me, that's really good, because it takes less fuel to fill this than it does my truck. My truck gets only 410, this gets 900. Good deal to me. I don't know if the rooftop tent is going to stay on it. That's sort of just for now thing, because the truck's going into storage with me living, you know, the nomad stuff. I got offered a rig shack at work, but I would have had to share it with someone else. I learned just recently, like within the past couple of days. So I said, screw it. I don't want that. I'm just going to stay in the truck. And I am considering buying a trailer though. Just because I think it'd be a little bit nicer for the wintertime at least. And then I got a pretty big storage stall for the truck. It's a 30-foot stall. There is 40 foots available for like I think $10 more a month. If I go the route of a trailer, I'll just store it with the truck, and then it could just stay there full time till I come back and work, or you know, whatever I decide. I got a few ideas in mind that have sort of altered the game plan that potentially might change it entirely. But yeah, so we got the Yukon trip coming up in a few weeks. I'm gonna take this up just because I'm not gonna do anything hardcore. Might see snow, we might see fall colors. I don't know. It is what it is. I sort of want to just scout that entire road up. Probably spend a couple of days. It'll probably take 2-ish days to drive there. Of course, I'm feeling ambitious and I can do it in a day. But that's a lot of driving, and I kind of want to enjoy the scenery. But yeah, as of right now, we're out camping. I'll bring you for a little tour. Yeah, so I apologize if this goes blurry. I've never filmed on an actual camera. It's always been my phone or GoPro or drone. But yeah, so this is the rig. It's not exactly like all one color and this and that, but like for what I paid for it, whatever. So this is my current little setup here. It's actually really nice. But as for inside, there's an ungodly amount of room. Don't mind the mess, I sort of just set up. But like, from these seats back to here, I can sprawl out. Not like 3 feet of room kind of sprawl out, but I could fit laying this way with the door closed. I'm 5'7", so there's lots of room in here. But this side's all one color. It's a little bit of rust. The tires on it, they're okay. I'm not too stressed about finding tires, but I did start pricing some out. This is the spot we're in though. Check this out. Oh, this is cool. I can zoom with it. Sorry, this is trial and error with this thing right now. I just recently got this camera too. But yeah, we got the mountains up there. Nice fall colors. Now you would have seen pictures of this if you followed my Instagram. I've been to this spot a couple of times. I like it. It's really nice. I don't know how. This is super weird because I can't see. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can do this. Ah, there we go. The screen flips out. See? Learn something new every day on these things. But yeah, this spot is super nice. Like, check this out. You got river Nice flowy. You can hear this from the tent. Sound of rushing water is not for everyone, personally. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, everyone has their own preferences, right, for campsites and stuff. I just love it. Like, sucks we're under a fire ban when I'm filming this right now, because wicked fire pit. But hey, you know, you do what you do. It's got all sorts of options. I got a propane stove to cook on, and but yeah, so that's channel updates. The Yukon trip coming up. All that's left is a few things in my place currently. Got to move the truck and my little trailer and stuff out to storage, and then I am entirely out. I am officially technically homeless, but not really homeless, because this is my home. So I'm mobile. That's what I like to consider it. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll do it for. I mean, I almost basically live that lifestyle between work and personal hobbies anyway, so like, I calculated it out. I am home a total of just under a week in an entire month collectively. So like, you add up start to finish, all of that time, I am home a week's worth collectively. For the price of rent, my fuel bill in a month is a quarter of what the rent is. Not even, actually. Unless, of course, I'm moving around daily, which maybe I will, maybe I won't. There's going to be some adjustments to this lifestyle. I got to figure stuff out, see what works, what doesn't work, what I like, what I don't like. I got a ton of room in my storage unit, and I also have my truck I could shove stuff into if I change stuff out on this. Swap stuff out, I could sell some stuff, throw some stuff out. The amount of junk, I say it, make it sound like it's a lot. I really don't have a whole lot of stuff in the 4 years I was living in the place that I'm moving out of right now. But like, I used to be not a hoarder, but I had a hard time just tossing stuff out or giving stuff away. This time go around, there's a lot of stuff I am not bringing with me. I just don't see a point in it. There's a couple of things I'm going to keep in storage. Probably eventually still going to get rid of all that stuff. I'd like to set it up so I can carry my bike with me. I think with traveling around in the summertime, hitting the bike parks, some trails, hanging out with locals, meeting guys in that aspect, I think would be kind of cool. I may still sell my bike and get an enduro style bike, just so I can pedal around. I just got a full-on downhill bike. Both bikes actually are downhill bikes, so they're not pedal friendly at all. You can, it really sucks. Great for bombing down hills, horrid for going uphill. But, that said, decide that when that time comes. It's coming into winter, they're going to stay in storage, not even going to bother with them. I do want to get rid of the rear seats in this thing. Kind of build up sort of a storage toolbox, kind of, I don't really entirely know just yet. I just know I want to do something with that space in terms of storage. The slide out is going to come out here, and it comes out probably, I can't really show you on video because I'm going to be off, but I think it's almost 6 feet, maybe 7 feet, that it actually like extends out of here. Not 7 feet including the little storage in here, but like the entire slide out is about 7 feet, I think. And then your fridge sits on top, so you can access it super easy, not touch anything. I I'm going to have the tire swing out, which is going to come out to here, so theoretically it's not going to affect it at all. I'm going to get a 270 awning. I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. It's got to be 270. It's going to come around, sit over top and around. If I keep the rooftop tent up there, then I want to make it, I'm going to mount it in a way that it kind of sort of butts up to the edge of the tent, or pretty dang close to it, where there's only a little gap maybe, and I can, I don't know, fab something up. I don't know, cross that bridge when that time comes. But other than that, I'm going to do a solar panel, I think, my next pay in 2 weeks. Then it'd be probably a lot less by the time this video actually goes on to my channel. But my next pay, anyways, I'm going to buy one of the solar panels, a little, what do they call them? I want to call them an accordion style. They just sort of fold up. I'm going to get one of those for now, because eventually I'm going to do a mounted solar unit on this. But I need to decide what I'm doing, if I'm keeping the tent on, if I'm not keeping the tent on. Because if I don't keep the tent on, I could do a nice setup on the roof. If I keep the tent on, obviously that space is taken up by the tent now. And I'll do one of those stick-on panels on the hood. So I got options, but I need to decide what I'm going to do. But for now, I'm for sure going to pick up one of the fold-up solar panels, so at least I have continuous energy without having to run the SUV all the time. I do got a 3,000 watt inverter I bought, the Pure Swine, I don't know, the fancy ones that you need for sensitive electronics. I bought one of those. That's in here. So I have a way of charging it off the truck, or SUV, whatever. So that's big, not a big deal. I have two power stations. I have the EcoFlow and a Blue Eddy. Blue Eddy's a little tiny. I bought it as a replacement because the EcoFlow kind of, I don't know what happened to it. It just stopped working. But they were super good. I messaged them. By the next day, they messaged me back saying, you know, send them a video of what it's doing, yada yada yada, troubleshoot and stuff, you know, cover the bases first. By the third day, they deemed that it wasn't anything that they can just fix, potentially fix, but they weren't fully confident, but they're like, well, we can send you a replacement if you wish. I was like, alright, cool, I'll do that. And they're like, okay, so 4 days in, you know, that's including the first day that I messaged them, so technically 3 days after, I had everything set in place for a replacement and a shipping label to send my old one back. This is no fault of their own, but the shipping company that took care of it was god-awfully slow. I am still waiting on that. That's going to be in the Wednesday, so in 3 days. So the 1st of the October. Not a big deal. I got to go back and clean some stuff, toss some garbage and stuff anyway, so I'm going to be at my old place when it comes in. So, whatever. But the EcoFlow can charge, it comes with the car charger and the wall charger. The car charger charges at 90 watts. So if you're on a few hour drive, you could pretty much be recharged by the time you get where you're going. So that's always nice. But the Blue Yeti has a car charger option. It didn't come with it, unfortunately. I don't know why. Maybe that's just their thing. Maybe that's their way of making money. I don't know. But both charge in and out on the wall plug. So, like, if you're driving out to camp, most times you're like half hour, 45 minutes or more driving out to camp anyways. So even if it's right dead, you could be either charged or just about charged by the time you get there, on either one. The little Blue Yeti running my Starlink and fridge lasts about 6 hours-ish. The Starlink will last, I think about 10. It's about 10 hours roughly with the Starlink. In the wintertime, I imagine that would be a lot less because you'd be running the heater option on it to melt the snow. But my EcoFlow is a lot bigger. It's got a lot more power, it's got a lot more reserve. So that's going to be the powerhouse. My Blue Yeti would probably be for up in the tent or, you know, whatever. That being said, the fridge can run off my truck here. It's got a 12-volt plug right in the back side right here, which is what it's plugged into right now. And I've been here for almost 4 hours now. I've gone down. Let's see, what does my thing say? We're not quite half battery on the truck. So, yeah, it's half decent. I see a blinking light on my thing, so I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. But yeah, to recap, Yukon trip, vlogs about weekly, and then I think every second week I'll try and get some off-road content or some sort of trip. Something other than the vlog, like something off-roady, like a camping trip or meeting up with some friends or something. I'll figure it out. Like I said, wintertime's going to be really hard just because I won't be doing as much and I'll be working a lot more. Like I'm 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So I gotta sort of play it by ear. I got a lot of stacked up footage though, so like I could piece together like a cinematic recap video or something to hold over. But regardless, you guys are gonna get content. I'm gonna really crack down on getting this YouTube channel going. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. This is the new rig. That's the channel plans. New camera. You'll see some footage on that. Hopefully, I really hope this works so I don't have to redo this all. But I'll try and tune back in with a vlog. I'm thinking about probably gonna record one Friday. Maybe. We'll see. I'm supposed to go out of town for work, so there might be a little bit of a pause. I might have to just throw an edited video together to hold off in between. The out of town work usually works about 2 weeks, so that'll bring me close to my next days off anyways. I also would like to figure out lives. I might start doing lives. I do got the Starlink, I do get stationary, so it might work. But either way, stay tuned. Probably get this edited in the next couple of days, so you'll be seeing this in the future. By then I should have my EcoFlow and stuff like that, and I'll be completely out of that place. Anyways, let's try and grow this channel, so if you could give this a like, maybe a comment, maybe you got some suggestions for this thing even. Slap them down below. Yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks!